There was a lot of coal, though, on this Christmas Day in the fantasy world.
Dude.
With the Lions' offense
This is brutal.
taking the cake.
This is brutal. Luckily, you might not have been in the finals because the Lions screwed you last week.
Right.
I'm so over the Lions. I tweeted this out. I'm angry at the Lions because I love the Lions. I was a Lions man. Amon-Ra St. Brown was my ride or die. I have Jared Goff.
Your friend Jared Goff.
My friend Jared
Goff.
Goff, my buddy at the Hall of Fame game. And this was bad. This is just an awful. Like again, I mentioned that at the top of the show we talked about, at Festivus I complained about my Dynasty League. It's a Superflex League. I have both Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff. And, I lost by 6 points. Like if that touchdown or, Amon-Ra St. Brown comes down with the other, he missed one, dropped one, very, very frustrating. And so anyway, now I'm playing them again in the third place game. Against Producer Damien, by the way, in this Dynasty League. Producer Damien's in the Dynasty League. And, Jared Goff, in my particular league, negative fantasy points.
Yeah. I think Dan Campbell's a
5 turnovers.
Yeah, I think Dan Campbell's a good coach, and the story of the Lions the past few years has been a great one overall. But
yes.
He's not covered himself in glory these past few weeks in particular. I'll never understand why they didn't just run the ball 4 times, first and goal at the 1 against the Steelers. I don't understand anything that they were doing in this game. And we saw that the big problem, Connor, has been just the interior of this offensive line and Goff being under pressure, and Goff breaks when he's under pressure.
Yeah, Brian Flores knows how to get to Goff from the A-gap. This is now the second game where you watch him against the Vikings where you're like, that pressure is getting home a lot and he's uncomfortable. Another thing is Dan Campbell, and he tried this year when he promoted John Morton to the offensive play caller. Then he took over play calling duties. He needs a real play caller again. You're not going to find Ben Johnson, but you got to go out there and get somebody.
I literally tweeted out, I said something like, can we go back in time and give Ben Johnson a raise for last year in terms of what he did with this offense?
It's amazing how long they kept him to begin with.
I mean, it really is. And the shockingest thing to me was, okay, great. And everyone, that's what you said is what everyone tweeted back at me. It's like, oh, their offensive line is beat up. It's not his fault, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is. Because you're still out there playing, so you've got a bad offensive line. They're bringing pressure because that's what Brian Flores always does. So why don't you get a shotgun and try to dump it off to Jahmyr Gibbs? You've got one of the most dynamic running backs in the NFL in space. And so why don't you try to get that to him? And they didn't. He's been single-digit fantasy points in 2 of the past 3 games. Since week 15, he's averaging 2.2 yards per carry. Okay, stop running. There's a lot of Dave Montgomery in this game. And I don't know. This was bad. Jameson Williams only has 3 targets. Figure out a way to get him in space. Even, quickly get the ball out and let Jameson Williams run with it. And they just, I don't know. This was tough to watch.
Yep, tough one.
The Kwamakazi in the chat said, Christmas games were so brutal this year. Got to agree with Barry about leagues ending the week before if they had no buys week 14. And that is why America drinks for free today.
Yeah, listen, honestly, that was a tough watch yesterday. If you're like me, you ignored your family all day to watch football, and and it was tough watching. Again,
it wasn't pretty.
The Max Brosmer was not good in this game, and he was the better quarterback.
Right, he got a win. Good for Max Brosmer.
America drinks for free. America
Max Brosmer is the better quarterback.
Yeah, Kwamakazi just nailing it right there as well. I am right. You're absolutely right. Of course, I'm always right. But Goff was bad. Gibbs was bad. Jameson Williams under 6 fantasy points in this game. Amon-Ra was decent, but should have been much better. Had a touchdown, dropped it. This is just a tough game all around for people that expected, like me, a lot of fantasy points from the Lions offense. And by the way, it wasn't like Justin Jefferson lit it up on the other side. Once again, the worst season we've ever seen from Justin Jefferson as well. Aaron Jones scores a touchdown too late. I personally needed it last week. Again, that Dynasty League, lost by 6. Listen, everyone knows my superpower is taking any subject and making it about me. Yeah. And so that's what I managed to do here.
Well, perfect name for you, CeeDee Lamb, your friend Aites.
My friend Aites.
5
Not
catches.
my friend Aites' fault. He got double-digit targets in this game. Dak Prescott was on fire, except when he was targeting CeeDee Lamb.
It's a bad misses.
Mike, there was a long play at the beginning of the game where he had 3 steps. CeeDee Lamb had 3 steps, had to slow up, and just Dak underthrows it. But sure, Kevontae Turpin, he hits in stride.
Perfect seed.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
It was awful. CeeDee Lamb, he just can't seem to get I don't know what's wrong with Dak in terms of when it comes to CeeDee Lamb, because I thought otherwise he looked good.
Yeah, it's just a bad day. Just a bad day. Throw it out. Yeah. Next year, CeeDee Lamb will be fun. Next week doesn't matter.
I guess
next
so.
Year.
But when you needed CeeDee Lamb the most, back-to-back games with under 12 fantasy points, he'd scored 17 or more in 4 of the past 5. So I'm in a Guillotine League final where I have CeeDee Lamb, but luckily the guy I'm playing has Jameer Gibbs. So we're off to a hot start in our little
Barn
matchup.
burner.
It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal.
So it'll be a second-round pick.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.